but at the same time, it is everyone's responsibility to handle that workload. There's going to be, there's 5 of us here. Because you're the big, are you going to be the one that always has to carry the boxes? And you're going to say, damn, they're going to always ask me to carry all the boxes. And granted, you might carry some of the boxes, but if all of us can come in here and carry boxes, I expect all of us to carry boxes to the best of our ability. And that's how I operate, because if you always put your best foot forward, the day you can't put your best foot forward, everybody in this room can understand. Right? But everybody doesn't operate that way. And, there are born leaders, there are people who are going to take charge, there are people who are going to construct, but also you have to have those conversations, and sometimes you just have to the job things are, or things that need to be done, or have a conversation. Why, when I come in, I have 20 things to do, because when I leave, I'm not leaving the next person 20 things. I might leave them 5, or I might leave them 4. They might leave the next person 3. We have to have balance, and that is that's a perfectly negotiable conversation. If a person is offended, in my opinion, by those conversations, that person is a problem. But how people perceive somebody else's lens, it doesn't work. That's the reason why we have horrible communication with one another. And when my mom's book came out, and I started doing
Hey, I have one question.
different people. Yes.
I came here for a relationship group. And I want to know.
It's about relationship.
It's about relationship, but right now they was having a conversation about delegate how you can conduct yourself. It's a relationship at the job. That's what we're talking about right now.
Oh, a relationship about the job.
Yes.
Okay, because I punched in at 6 o'clock, expecting to hear about a relationship. And right now, I'm hearing about some mean, ugly bosses that, boy, when they push their line, they push their weight, and they're going crazy.
No, that's not Willie. That's just Mr. K.
Okay, I understand what y'all doing. And as a female, y'all have to be like that to get your point across. But my whole thing is, I'm trying to learn something to stay out of trouble and stay in a good relationship. So that's why I stopped, and I'm asking specifically, what does this has to do with relationship?
She just explained it all, just like she just asked, and all 5 of us are sitting here. Mr. Pike is the only guy in here. Do we expect Mr. Pike to carry all the boxes? She said no. He said no. That's all. But the world expects him to do that because he's the guy.
I know I'm saying before you
Do you
start.
understand that part?
I gotta be quiet in my room.
No, I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Why though?
It's being noisy and I can't hear my program.
In these meetings, it could be about anything.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not
that's all
one
we have to
thing.
say. Life is life. Yeah.
What's his name?
My name is Kit.
Kit?
Yeah, Kit.
Okay.
Yeah, Kit, K-I-T.
Okay, Kit, K-I-T. What specifically would you like to talk about, sir? Relationship with who?
My thing was how to make my relationship better with my partner, and how to get along with women in general.
Is your partner a woman?
Oh, yes.
Clearly, you're not a good listener. That's first.
We're going down. You done messed up. You done messed
Well,
up.
well, hey, look, I listen here. When I chimed in at 6 o'clock, when I chimed in at 6 o'clock,
Okay.
I listened to this here, and I listened and I tried to understand
LC, brother.
about what was going on. And
Okay, Mr.
I
Kidd, she
got
was telling you that
I
you're
got
not a
to
good
say
listener.
about business
Okay.
first.
Okay, Mr. Kidd, she was saying you're not a good listener.
I understood exactly what she said,
Okay.
but I want her to know that
Uh-huh.
I sit here and I heard her opinion, and then I heard her opinion, and then I heard the guy got shut out and got put on quiet. That's how much I hear. I hear everything. I'm blind and I hear very well.
Okay.
Okay, and
Hearing and
specifically,
listening is different.
hearing and different is different. But
Specifically-
listen, Mr. Kid, so what's going on with you and your girl that you need help with?
Well,
You want to know how to get along better with women.
I'm not used to today's women that are like y'all. To be honest with you, I'm not used to be women trying to dominate me, period, on everything. On finances, on relationships, on money, on cars, on everything. The job, everything. Y'all, I have come back to a world where women run the world. Men don't run shit out here no more. I left here and men ran this world. I come back, women run the world now.
We can't help it. Everybody got locked up. That's not, we can't help that part.
Okay, but hey, as a man, this is really hard to accept. You understand? But I'm learning to deal with it.
A strong woman, kid.
That means the women.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this again.
Okay.
I left this world. Men ran this world. I come back. Women run this world now.
No, brother, we're just on the same page now. We're all on the same
Go
level.
ahead, baby.
Here comes
Go
Clint
ahead.
Eastwood.
Go ahead, baby.
Bang, 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 bang.
Come on in. Let him know. He finna talk to you, Mr. Kidd. Hold on. This is the guy talking to you now.
Mr. Kent, my name is James. First, I want to check in to all my brothers out there and sisters that's listening. I did 26 and a half years. I understand what you're saying, but you got to remember, we're coming into a world where women have lived and had to do things on their own for so many years. So remember when they told us in them groups that we had to court women and understand that they have done it so long by themselves that we're coming into their world, and that we have to understand that we are, and they're inviting us in, but that don't mean that we dominate. That don't mean that we take over here in the house immediately. We have to earn that again. Just like we earned our freedom to get out, we have to earn that back, that respect. We have to earn that humility. We have to earn that patience. We have to show that we are capable, first of all, of being the man in their life. Second of all, can she trust you that you're gonna be around? Because a lot of women feel like guys come out of prison that's been gone so long that we're going right back. They're fearful. They understand, we understand that we're not going back, but they're not secure that we're not going back. So that's the next hurdle. The next hurdle after that is we have to show them that we're gonna be contributors and not a dependent. You're not their child. But a lot of guys come out, look for the woman to do this, do that, do this, do that. No, you have to do and show them that you're gonna be a contributor of the household. And what kind of household are you contributing to? That's the next thing. That's why and I'm speaking my I as member group, I always never go to a woman's house first. I like to meet her out somewhere that's casual, not nowhere with no alcohol, not nowhere with anything that's gonna alter the mind. I wanna meet this woman at a park. We can go to an amusement park, we can go for a walk, and then you get to know that individual. She see where you at, you see where she at. If you listen long enough, she gonna tell you what she's looking for. It's not for you to confirm to what she's looking for. If she's not what you want, she gonna let you know. If if you're not what she want, you should tell her. If they say don't go looking in the clubhouse if you're looking for a woman that's gonna cook meals at night. You want a woman that know how to cook, go to the grocery store. That's where the women that cook at. If you want a woman at the church house, you go to the church house. But not the one that just showed up on Easter Sunday. You want the one that's gonna be there when ain't nothing popping. So, but what it is this, take your time. First of all, get to know the woman outside of the mind altering bull crap. That's what I call it. Get to know who she is. Go to the park. Y'all have a picnic and talk. Communication. That's what y'all talked about earlier. Listening and hearing. Listen. She's gonna tell you everything that you need to know. Don't rush into anything. First, and I tell everybody, 2 years should be your minimum before you get into a relationship. Because you're fresh out of prison. You trying to establish yourself. You try to establish yourself in society. First, get you a job, benefits for yourself. You can't take care of nobody else if you can't take care of yourself. First of all. Second, learn that these women have been fighting this world by themselves for a long time. These have been locked up. They have been fighting this world, this fight for a long, long time. So just take your time, brothers. Take your time. And really, I say the best date I ever had was with myself. My first date out was not with my kids. It wasn't with no woman. I took myself to El Torito's and had a ball. Because there's a lot of things you have to be ready for and be ready to be taught. Because we don't know everything. These women is computer savvy. I'll tell you in a minute, I don't know a lot about computers. I got a laptop that I might have cut on twice in 2 years. But to answer your question, brother, the reason why the women feel like they're controlling is because they've been controlling the household and raising these kids for so long, they don't know anything different. They've been working these jobs for so long, supervisors, they don't know nothing different. So be easy on the ladies, be easy on them, but also be easy on yourself. And where you shop is the kind of woman you're gonna get. And I tell anybody that. My daddy told me, don't go to a whorehouse looking for a housewife. Go to the grocery store if you wanted to cook. You know what I'm saying? So, brother, my extension to you is date yourself. Date yourself first. And then 2 years minimum. I'm 2 years out of prison and haven't made a commitment yet. Well, I made one, tried to make a commitment, but we both found out that we was toxic for each other. So we cut each other loose. We still friends. She still talk to me. I still talk to her, but we don't talk about relationship. We talk about our job. She don't have kids. I have kids. She asked me if I saw my kids. Yeah, but as far as relationship, we don't do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm still trying to establish myself in this society that for 26 years been going on without me. It's been going on without us. 40 years, 30 years. Excuse me. I watch a lot of brothers come out getting relationships and it be toxic. Brothers wind up back in the pen. I watched a woman go back to the pen that been in the pen for 17 years because she thumped a man on the head. And somebody saw it and they call it domestic violence. Yeah, she went back to the pen. But to be honest with you, brother, these women, the reason why they are, because they've been doing it themselves for too long. And a lot of them don't want to give up the reins. No. Not just to anybody. These ladies, this lady here, these ladies in here, how many of y'all want to give up y'all reins to somebody that you just met, fresh up out of prison that don't have a job or benefits? I might have a job with benefits. You still don't want to give up the range because you don't know who he is.
I did
See?
as much time as everybody else. Yeah.
And see, she's not giving up. Pike, how many women you know that done gave up the reins to you after meeting you?
None.
Okay, so that's the answer, and that's a brother that's been in a pen. Honestly, just and I just be light on yourself, brothers. We just got out of a controlled environment where the women stepped on our neck harder than the men.
Now the man stepped on our neck.
The men stepped on your neck, but the women seemed like in prison was harder than the men because they had some extra to prove.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
You know what I think, when they were taking shit from us, our clothes, our weights, everything. But at the women's prison, they didn't get shit. Because the women all stuck together and told them, kiss our ass. We ain't gonna work, we ain't gonna do shit for you. You in a man's prison, you got 100 dudes. Oh, I ain't doing that. I ain't messing up my shit. But the women, they locked up and they said, you ain't taking shit. You're not taking our jeans. You're not taking our lipstick. You ain't taking crap.
candy,
Right.
nothing.
They get shit in packages we never got because they stood up for what they thought. You know, I did 36 years on this last one. And I know that the women's prisons are tougher. So women are tough. Don't get me wrong. You think you're gonna just move in a house and because you think you belong there. That ain't the truth, because you've been gone so long that you're just a thing, a picture on the wall. They call daddy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. And most men come home and think they're gonna run the show. Well, you know, I'm the boss. I had a cellie that his kid used to come, and he told me in the cell, I'm gonna make that kid do what I want. And I thought, you gotta be out of your rabbit ass mind, because that kid can just turn around and say, I ain't coming up here no more. I don't need you. You know, so when you come out of prison, it just takes you time. Just like the man said, that you can't walk in giving orders, because you ain't gave orders for 30 something years.
I got one thing. I got one question for y'all. And this is an honest, straight up question. How many bills did you pay over the years that you've been gone?
KIT.
Well, me, you got to remember who I am and what I am. I sent money home to my kids. I sent money home to my girl, whenever I made money illegally. And I did it a lot, believe it. Until I decided to give up that life in 2010 and put myself first and bring my ass home. I changed my life because I wanted to come home. I had to change everything about me to make it home. And so I sit down and had a serious conversation with my family, with my friends, and let them know, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need this, I don't need nothing no more. I'm finna do me. I'm finna get clean, and I'm finna stop hustling, and I'm finna take care of me and get the hell out of here. I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking weed, I stopped selling dope. I stopped being anything to do with a telephone. And I started doing groups, and I started trying to come home, because I seen lifers was able to come home once again. first lifers didn't have no hope or possibility of coming home. So I acted like that. I had no hope. Now I had hope when I seen the first lifer go home.
I went to 25 boards.
So you understand me what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A person that has no hope, has no concern of the outside streets.
Yep.
Okay. Life changed for me in 2010. And I learned to, hey, look, there's a possibility. If you do this here, you do this here, you do this here. When your church, when that gate come open again, you might be one of the lucky ones that get to go through that swinging gate. That gate hadn't been open in 25 years.
Yep.
Okay. For people that's real lifers, that's been doing time like me, been in there for the last 33 years, we know that gate was closed to us.
Yeah,
As
now
long
they're
as there
only
were,
doing
as
12,
long as long as the Republican governor was in office, we didn't have a snowball chance of coming out them gates.
Hell no.
Okay, it changed when the Democratic Party came into power, and we start seeing lifers go home.
Was you gotta remember this, big brother. I did, like I said, I did 26. My first hearing, they called me Mr. Telephone Man. When I said Mr. Telephone Man, I walked in there with 16 telephone beeps. 16. Not including a heroin write-up, 2 weed write-ups. I went in there like I actually thought I was going home. And I talked crazy to the board because life wasn't going on. Not where I was yet, but then when they started going home, they looked at me and I got down to one phone. Then the next one, next 2 years, another phone. Still thought I was slick. I quit doing everything else, but I couldn't leave that phone alone until my wife died in 2019.
I walked in a boardroom when that 3-judge panel shit was in there.
Right.
And these jailhouse lawyers convinced me that they were going to get us out. I went to the board, and you know, when it goes around the table at the beginning, and when it came to my name, I told them my name, and I told them, fuck you, the 3-judge panel is going to send me home. And they said, well, good, because this hearing's over and you got a 3-year denial. In 3 years, I seen that chairman, and the first thing I said to him, I don't think I should have said that. And the chairman said, you're right. you shouldn't have said it. And I still got a denial.
Yeah, I remember it wasn't fun. Even giving up a phone was like giving up a heroin addict. I was addicted. I was very addicted. I was addicted to the money, even though I was sending home money, taking care of all my kids. I had 7 kids. All of them got money from daddy, but I wasn't physically there to be a father. I was there for money, never miss a birthday, never miss a Christmas, never miss Easter, never miss a Thanksgiving, but my presence wasn't there. Half of the time, the mamas don't tell them the money came from us.
No.
They don't tell them that the money came from their daddy. They just go and spend it. Kids don't care where it came from. They just go and spend it. They just want to go get what they want to get. So when I came home, my kids showed up at my mama's house and I introduced myself to my own children because they didn't know, I didn't allow them to come see me in prison. That wasn't a place for me to see my kids. Excuse me, and my grandkids. I had 7 kids and 10 grandkids.
That's why I never married, because I knew I was going to be in prison. I mean, my lifestyle out there, I know where I was going. It was just idea of when they caught me. You know, it's not that I'm not going back to prison. It's when I made a mistake, you know, and that's why I never married, because I didn't want to be in prison and have kids out there. So what the hell am I going to be? You know, I'm going to be, who's he?
Yeah.
You know, because I knew I was going back, because I was robbing and carrying on, shooting people, and you know, my lifestyle says prison is your damn home. I have spent over 50 years in prison. 36 on the last one, 10 on that one, 6.5 on that one. You know, I knew where, I mean, I was institutionalized. It didn't scare me to go to prison. That's what keeps an honest man out of prison, is the fear of it. But once you lose the fear of prison, yeah, you just do what the hell you want to do. And like I said, when they catch you, they catch you. I mean, I ain't nothing. I'm just like every other prisoner in there. You know, like out here, you tell somebody you killed somebody. Well, I killed 2 at the same time and got caught. But inside, hey, that's normal. You walk out here and tell somebody you killed a couple people, man, you're like yeah. You know, and I'm thinking, why are they treating me this way? Because inside it was, yeah.
Outside is, you know.
No. You know, I mean, I came out here and people were talking, and I thought, on the street, and I thought, God damn, there's a bunch of crazy bastards out here now. I didn't know about the earphones and all this shit. You know, so I'm thinking they're nuts. And then I found out about the Bluetooth, and I thought, hey, this works, man. You know.
You didn't think they was crazy no more?
Well, if they was, I joined them.
So, Mr. Key, did that answer any of your questions?
Oh, it answers a lot of questions, and it lets you know that what I expected is not the way it is now. And I understand why women are the way they are now, because of the things they've been through while I've been locked up. And most of the men of my generation got locked up with me. But now that I come home, I still want to be in a 50-50 relationship. And if I can't find that there, I'm never going to be happy.
You got to earn it too.
Yeah, but you got to earn that too, but you have to let that be known with your conversation with whoever you're dealing with.
How much time did you do?
33 years.
No, it's him, no. His thing's not, he must be in the same room.
That's Mr. Whitney talking to me.
No, he's talking. Which one of you is talking?
My name is Kit, K-I-T.
Okay, but why, was he just talking?
Well,
Oh, okay,
Would
Kit,
you-
how much,
would
how much time did you do?
33 years,
Okay, and how long you been home?
2.5 years.
How long you been dating since you've been in prison?
I've been dating this woman since 1974.
Okay.
When I'm home, she's mine. When I'm in jail, she's somebody else's. That's the rules.
That's a 50-50 relationship.
That's the rules.
Hey, Mr. Kid, you got your 50-50. All you have to do is just open your mouth and let them know. Look, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for. See, where we make mistakes is we don't vocal out what we're looking for. We just follow it because it feels good. If we sit up and we vocal out what it is that we expect in a relationship, in the front, we cut all the bull crap. We ain't gotta go no further. If you looking for 50-50, she looking for 50-50, guess what? It's a 50-50 ball. We both got ice cream. But if
Right.
she's looking for a marriage and you looking for 50-50, now y'all got a toxic relationship because she's looking for something that you don't want. You looking for something that she ain't looking, that she willing to give. So my thing is, and this is what I say, and a lot of women will agree with me on this panel, if you open up front and you tell a woman, look, sweetheart, we gonna cut to the chase. What is it that you looking for from me? And she tell you, and you tell her that this is what I'm willing to give and this is what I'm looking for, y'all cut all the bull crap out. This is the way I feel. This is my eyes. You cut all the bull crap. I ain't gotta mess off $2,000 on a dinner. I ain't gotta mess off on no bills, because if I got a woman and I wanna be committed, right now I don't wanna be committed because I'm trying to get me together. I'm trying to learn me. And I'm trying to learn me on these streets. I know who I am in prison, but I don't know who I am on the street. I still get problems going to buy deodorant. So I pick the same deodorant every time. I pick the same toothpaste every time. I pick the same everything. I don't like a lot of different restaurants because I still try to get to know who I am. The other day, my granddaughter asked me, she said, Papa, when you come to Vegas, what you want to eat? I felt like a dummy because I sat there and said, I don't know. She said, what you mean you don't know? You don't know what you like? I said, no. I want to try a little bit of this and a little bit of that because I don't know what granddaddy liked to eat. That's the truth, because in prison, how many times we walk in there and say, I want a hamburger today. I want some chicken today. I want some slop today.
No, you got the last one.
Yeah, you got to stop, but you got that every day. You know, you didn't have a choice unless you went to canteen
Right.
and you ate at your bunk. But other than that, when you went to the chow hall, you ate what was served.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, look, now you sitting up, how many of y'all can actually say what you really like?
I can.
Trying to get our taste buds together. We taste some food, it tastes salty. Well, before it didn't taste salty because we didn't eat a lot of salt. We didn't eat a lot of real meat. Some of that stuff came in a bag that said not human consumptible.
Not
That means it's not supposed to be fed to a human. So how many of us can actually say what you like other than a steak or some eggs or some bacon? Excuse me, a lot of us got our first taste of pork on the street on some bacon. I don't eat pork, so that's one thing you'll never catch on my plate. But what I'm trying to tell you is, date yourself, take yourself out to eat, try some of these little places and get some of these meals. That way you ain't wasting money on no date that she like and that you don't like. Try it, taste it. Go. The one thing that I haven't done that I'm scared to do, but I'm gonna do it one day, is I'm gonna take my shoes and socks off and I'm gonna walk in some grass at the park. I haven't done that yet. In prison, I used to dream of that every day. Take my shoes and socks off and touch some real grass-free grass on the street. I haven't done it. I'm gonna take some time and do it. I have not done it. Fear. I have a fear. My step is dog to
You gonna be looking where you going.
Yeah, but you know, I'm a dummy. I just put my foot. I ain't been to the park. That's the problem. I ain't been to the park.
Okay, you walking, where you going walking?
Hiking trails. I go to Palos Verdes. I have to exercise because I caught COVID when I first got out, my first 6 months out. COVID gave me congestive heart failure. I almost died last year. So exercise became a big part to straighten my heart back up. But I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a big world out here. Go experience it, explore, go see it. Get out them transitional houses. Even if it's just to walk around the block a couple of times and then pick a different block to walk. Go experience it. Look on your phone. They have a lot of places of interest. LA Live is always live. What's that other walk? The one in Culver City. City Walk, that's popping. Go to Long Beach, walk by the boat. I walked one day for 2 hours and didn't realize it was 2 hours later. I was walking by looking at the boats. It was fun, and I had my little watermelon sip. I was walking and sipping. And next you know, I didn't walk 2 hours. And it was the most peaceful walk I've ever had, because I ain't taking
And now
nobody.
you gotta turn around and go back.
Yeah. But I tell my brothers when they come home, enjoy yourself. If you gotta get with another housemate so you don't feel anxiety, get with somebody that's been out already so they'll kill the anxiety, because I had it real bad. Now I'm getting better at it. I just don't like nobody in my car because they go to jail. Yeah, you don't know what they got. What they got. So be careful who's in your car. And you go to jail fast. I not with these new laws they got. They got the new laws is gonna cut. Yeah, if you go to jail out there, you get OR and kicked out. On all kind of stuff.
Not
Domestic
us.
violence.
No,
No,
not
not
us.
us, but them other dudes, they get up.
Yeah,
Us,
but-
we in trouble.
yeah, they take us. We're in the courthouse.
I never thought I'd go to jail for 26 and a half years or a day. Always thought I'd get killed on the streets before I make it to the jailhouse. But I made it to the jailhouse, and I learned some humbling experiences. And on these streets, I'm still learning some humbling experiences. You know, but one thing I do is I drive way out and I walk around. I find a mall, like I've been to the Citadel. That's nice.
That's a nice mall.
Nice, open mall, nice place. And nobody asks you if you ever been to prison.
No.
Nobody asks you. You're the one that feel like everybody looking at you. They don't care nothing about you. They trying to figure out how to Peter pay Paul so they can buy this and buy that.
Yeah.
Everybody credit card to the limit, especially now with the pandemic.
Max.
And then credit card to max out, pay rent, pay bills. You know, but like I said, brothers, don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on your mate. My advice to y'all is court. Court a woman before you get into something.
The sound has gone away. Y'all sound has gone away.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, it's been about to mute.
In 3 minutes. No, he cuts them off at 7.
So Kit, I have a friend I met at parole that did 31 years. And so he was like, he needed some friends, and I had my coworker to like actually like kind of, you know, to befriend him. But they met at Starbucks, and he didn't offer to pay for the drink that she had, her little coffee drink. And he said that she told him about it, that at least he could have offered to pay. And his thing was, she invited me. No, she said she wanted to meet him somewhere, like he's saying, in the open, because he kept wanting to come by her house. And she was like, I don't know you, and let's meet somewhere open. So he asked me, was he wrong? And I said, yeah, because men, I mean, and that's the thing too about when she said, we expect him, but yeah, you expect a man to pay for something. Now, I said, if you couldn't, you should have said, hey, I don't really have any money right now, so I'm not, you get your stuff and one day I'll be able to get something for you. But it's like, I told him when I first met him, because he went in at 17, I said, you don't even know this world. You don't know about this world. You don't know anything about the women in this world. And you guys really don't. Now you can date the person. Of course you know her. Most people don't know the women of this world. And it's just like you're saying also. I tell people all the time, I was in the feds. We get two flavor noodles. I get steak, get the order out the book. So you guys have more, they got 35 different flavors. So you gotta figure out which ones you like while you're out here. And what he's saying is real true. Get to know yourself. You knew yourself in prison. You know what you like out here because you haven't been out here. You ain't been out here.
I
There's a
still
lot of
eat
stuff out
jailhouse
here.
soups. You know that.
A lot of people do it out here. Simple.
Well, I make that.
But see, me, I never went to Starbucks. Cause I already know Starbucks is the highest coffee place in Los Angeles.
Well, treat
First time.
yourself to a Starbucks.
But now I don't mind taking somebody out for coffee and paying for coffee. But when we talk about coffee, we talk about coffee as a opener. And we talk about coffee as a person. Am I right or wrong?
Coffee houses is a meeting house.
And that's all it is now. It's called the new dating scene. It's like the gym to me. We go to the gym to work out.
And you find someone that has common interests as you.
And we find people that have common interests just like me, and we sit around and kick it, and we have fun. And then we leave there, we go to juice bars and stuff like that. Okay? And I don't mind buying the first drink, but after I buy the first drink, I let them know the second drink is on you.
Get down.
If the conversation is worthwhile, they don't mind paying for the second drink.
He said the second drink on you.
You cheap.
No, hey, wait a minute. It's a difference between being cheap and being a person that knows, hey, if you want to live and you want to be in a 50-50 thing with me, I do it one time, you do it one time. I do it 2 times, you do it 2 times. I'm not nobody's sugar daddy. I'm too poor. I'm hustling for every dime I get. And every dime I get,
That's why
I
he
got
said,
to pay rent.
by yourself for a while, bro.
My whole thing is right now, I'm not in a situation where I can afford to play Playboy, baller, Richie Rich. I'm in a situation now, I'm living on a budget, and I have to live within my budget.
Yeah, you live within your budget and you quit looking for a woman that's looking outside your budget.
Hey, and I understand, well, hold it, most of the women I meet are making, they make over $1 million a year. Or at least $100,000 a year. Okay? Every woman I meet now that's over 60 years old is a senior vice president or supervisor in their position, and they are set for life. They done pay for their house, they done pay for their cars, and they don't want nothing but a man's company.
Yeah, they done made things. Half of them women don't want nobody coming in running. They done went through the trials and tribulations and the hard times to build their bank account. What you, like Johnny Carson asked his wife, why you go down there? She said, I make money. He said, I make millions. What, you gonna put $1 on my million? That's
right.
A woman. A woman's gonna say, okay, here's one of my bills. Can you pay it? She may have $1 million in the bank, but you still gotta contribute. Quit counting her bank account and count your own.
Hold it. And see, I understand. I understand that.
I can take you to 7-Eleven.
Hold it. I told somebody I was going to Jack in the Box. Right? And they told me, you get what you need at Jack in the Box. I don't even eat nothing from Jack in the Box. I said, okay, no problem. I understand that. And I bought a breakfast meal, right?
Yeah.
You know me, I don't know the difference. I don't understand it. Yeah, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King, Carl's Jr. You know, these places is what I'm used to around here. So it's nothing for me to go there. But then I found out women think if you go to them kind of places around here that's used to going to Starbucks, used to spending $17 for a cup of coffee.
That's what you tell them. You just got out and you on a fixed budget.
Hey, I have to tell people immediately, I don't have that type of money to do that.
And that's just being honest. So
Yeah.
don't feel nothing about it. You being honest.
You can bang.
And okay, like right now, the lady sitting right in front of me in that blue shirt. I can take her to the well. Let's say it the right way.
Please.
I can take you right now, and we go to the seafood place, and I take you to a seafood dinner, and we order Alaskan king crab. You get 2 pounds of Alaskan king crab. It's a shrimp fried rice and sausages and corn. To me, that's my rent money. That's more than I pay for rent.
Then we should
Okay.
be here.
But I take you to that type of place because you look like that classy of a woman that you need to go to that kind of place and
That's your
enjoy
problem and
yourself.
assumptions.
Right.
So
And
that,
and
you know, ask me.
You don't even know if she like Alaskan king crab. She might be
Hey,
Alaskan.
hold it. I ain't trying to ask if she like it or not.
No,
I'm taking her
What
somewhere.
trying to
I'm
say
taking
is
her
this.
somewhere where I know people will enjoy good food.
Remember I told you,
Now
if
you're hungry.
you communicate with a woman, you'll find out what she like and what she don't like. All you have to do is just talk. Excuse me, sweetheart. May I take you out to lunch?
Where we going?
No, what do you like to eat?
Yeah, you like
Seafood.
See, now I know she likes seafood.
Right.
Well, let's go down to Long Beach. We go to Long Beach.
Charlie.
We could go to the Yard House. We can go to Charlie's. We can go to James.
I don't like the fish one.
Bubba Shrimp, the fish market. There's a lot of different places that you can look up on your phone that'll show you even a menu. So you can see how much money you're gonna spend.
Where you go out to eat, everybody.
You know,
goes on the phone.
because everybody, before they go to a restaurant, well, I don't know everybody, I do it. If I go to a restaurant, I wanna see what their menu like. Then the next
Okay.
thing I wanna see is how much it's gonna cost me. Because
Okay.
at the time, I date me.
And look, like the other lady sitting next to you,
Yeah,
okay, I would take her to a soul food restaurant.
But you're making assumptions.
you make an assumption. This is what I'm trying to get.
And this is, and
Get
this
away
is
from an assumption.
hey, hold it. And this is what we did when we ran the world. We make assumptions, we order food for women, and we did what we supposed to do. We took charge.
Yeah,
Oh, is that
but
what you do?
it's a new day and new era.
And you tired.
Women taking charge too. And a lot of women say they not comfortable with you
And
taking
when
charge,
it's,
they
and when-
jumping over.
and when it's her turn to take me to dinner or take me to lunch, I will let her do everything she wants to do.
I'm not, because I'm not going nowhere I can't eat.
Hey, look, I've tried all kinds of food since I've been home.
I'm
And
not.
I love going different places. And I love going different places because I had more experiences going different places to eat since I've been home this time than I ever had in my life.
At all.
Right,
It-
but I
it brings-
understand what you're saying, big
it-
brother, but
Food-
all I'm
food-
trying to do is open your
Food brings me greater joy now. Food brings me greater joy now than anything else right now. knowing that I'm clean, I'm sober, and I ain't chasing no woman. I'm sitting down here. I just want to enjoy a good meal and have great conversation with a woman and just go home. You go your way and I go mine.
It is checkout time.
Check out, y'all.
All right, good night.
Eddie, Eddie, you have anything you want to say?
Come on, Eddie, give me one.
Come on, man, you gotta say something.
Give me one. Help me out.
Well, I mean, I heard, Mr. Kit say that he was looking for 50-50 for an equal relationship, but what I was hearing more was that taking turns calling shots. One day I called a shot, the next day she calls a shot. And my whole understanding of equality was, for example, just using that example of going out to eat is, well, let's talk about it. And okay, maybe tonight, because I care for you and you really want to go to this place, I'll make that sacrifice because I care for you and we'll go to that place. But either way, whatever we end up deciding upon is something we mutually agree upon after communicating about it. That's my understanding of equality in a relationship. Not tonight I'm gonna call the shot and tomorrow you're gonna call the shot and we're just gonna go back and forth like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting kind of conflicting messages on that. I like I can't remember the lady's name, but after Roberta had expressed her concern and the lady was addressing it, the one who's here for observation, I like her observation style. She didn't get to finish, but I appreciate the group as always. I'm here to learn about relationships. That's why I don't really like jump into the conversations. Especially like on this, I'm here really to learn and to hear whatever wisdom I can hear from other people's experiences. So I don't have to make the same missteps that they might have made. But my understanding too, it's not just romantic relationships, but it's all relationships, human relationships. Before it being whether your partner's a woman, whether your partner's a man, it's about humans interacting and connecting with one another, and how can we do it in a healthy way and in a way that enriches all of our lives. And that's really what I'm here for. I can't speak for anybody else, but I appreciate the group. I appreciate what was shared. I wish that the lady was given the observation. I could have finished, but maybe next time. Thank you, everybody.
She said she'll be back.
Not a problem.
And that's me checking out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie, for checking out. Mr. Kent, you want to check out?
Well, okay. Hey, look, I love this here because, hey, look, only way I learn and the only way I learn to be a better person at this here is by speaking and talking up. And I'm glad. Like the dude said earlier, hey, I thought it was talking about it, discussing it, and doing this and doing that. Well, every time I discuss something with a woman, I lose. That's the bottom line.
But that's okay. That's okay. You can't win every argument. You should know that by now, right?
Hey, wait a minute. I lose 95% of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go and check out because I gotta go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just say good night. And, yeah. Oh, okay.
Was this Charles? Yeah, is this Charles? Okay, my eye.
Hello.
You like to check
Hello.
out, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I will check out. Very interesting group. I agree with some of it, but most of it I don't agree with because I learned long ago, if you're only bringing 50% to a relationship, there's another 50% out there wandering around somewhere and doing many things that you might not know about. So the only way for a relationship to work is for you to bring 100%. That's a commitment. 50% isn't a commitment. So I enjoyed the group. It made me reflect back on some things that I had set to the side.
Okay.
Refreshes my memory so that I focus on what I'm really looking for.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Come on, Miss Roberta.
Okay, I just want to say good night and KIT.
Yes.
Yeah, take some inventory and get some humbleness about yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, y'all. I missed y'all. I'll see y'all next week, okay?
Bye, Maureen.
All right. I had to go to the swearing in. They asked me to speak at the swearing in for the council member for the 9th district term price. So I did that, but y'all was in good hands. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next week. This is Free to Heal. We on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Be here or be square next week. Love you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Maureen.
Y'all heard me.
No, we didn't.